Thanks, bro. We'll see how this goes. All right. Looks like website is live. Website is live. Facebook is live. YouTube is live, I think. So Jack's Chrome Shop YouTube stream is live. The Chrome Stir Radio Facebook. Yeah, and I just got a notification on my phone that we just went live. Okay, so we're going to wait a little while before we get into the meat and potatoes of the show today. This is a different format, and there's been a lot of changes that have happened at Chrome and Steel and the shop and just everything here. We're going to go through some of that today. This is the Chrome Corner. For many of you who don't know who I am, my name's Dave. I'm the owner of Jack's Chrome Shop, and this show is all about Chrome. And obviously, this is hosted on Chrome and Steel Radio. That's our main platform. It's all about Chrome. It's all about truck shows. It's all about just aesthetically, fixing up your truck. There's a lot of things that go under that umbrella of Chrome, but we definitely enjoy talking about all of it. So many of you are on the Jack's Chrome Shop YouTube stream. You probably know Maddie pretty well. Let me get this away from my face. I think I'm peeking out. You probably know Maddie really well. That is the producer of the Jack's Chrome Show on the Jack's Chrome Shop YouTube channel. She was the producer for the show, but she is ultra busy. So we set up a new setup here where I can do all the producing by myself. Maddie's doing 2 videos a week now, so she needs time to do that. So she's right beside me, about 15 feet away, and she's going to yell at me if I say anything wrong. So anyway, today on the show, some stuff that we're going to talk about. Hello to everyone. I'm trying to, with this new setup, it's really unfamiliar to me, so I'm trying to get everything together, and I'm also way out of practice when it comes to hosting shows and stuff, because we haven't done one since, I believe, March. So lots of stuff going on in this show today. It's probably going to be a long one in general, just because we have the following topics to talk about today. We're going to talk about our Chrome show. We're going to talk about the YouTube and how close it's getting to 25,000 subscribers. We're going to talk about some stuff that we did here at Jack's Chrome Shop. We just opened up a new shop and a new install bay, and redid our shipping facility there. So we're doing a lot more stuff here. We're going to talk a little bit about the COVID impact, coronavirus on trucking in general, because obviously that's been a big deal over the past 3 months, and that's really impacted us too, because we've been off air and not talking about stuff. So Chrome and Steel Radio is back, though. I know Hope was doing her show throughout COVID, and I am dedicating myself to doing this show once a week now. I had some priorities or some responsibilities that I had to take care of for a long time that I don't have to anymore, and I can focus my attention and effort solely on Chrome and Steel Radio and Jack's Chrome Shop and do what we can here. So maybe we'll talk about that some other time, but we're back to the main topics of the show today is Jack's Chrome Show and the shop. We're going to talk a little bit about the updates there. COVID impact on trucking. This is obviously a live stream, but if you guys are watching on the Chrome Stir Radio Facebook, or if you're watching on the Jack's Chrome Shop YouTube, you're probably not aware of our website, chromestirradio.com, which now has a live stream that's going to be going 24/7 with all Chrome Stir Radio content, Jack's Chrome Show, and all that kind of stuff. We'll talk about that today. And we're also going to talk about the updated truck show schedule for 2020. Obviously, with all of this COVID stuff and coronavirus, there's been a bunch of shows that were canceled or rescheduled for later on in the year or a different place or whatever it is. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. 10-4. 10-4 is doing a really good job. 10-4 Magazine is doing a really good job of making sure that all of the shows that are still going on are up on their website. So we'll talk a little bit about that. Hello, Robert Green. It's good to see you in here. It's good to talk to you again. It's been a little while, but we're back, man. So I have Robert Green's giveaway. And speaking of a giveaway, we're doing one here on the show today, and we'll be doing one on the Jack's Chrome Show YouTube. We'll be doing a giveaway for that also when we hit 25,000 subscribers. So 10-4, let's get back to 10-4. 10-4 has a great section on their website. If you go to 10-4mag.com, they have a great truck show schedule on there that has all of the events that have been updated, and we'll go through that a little bit later today on the show. Next thing we're going to talk about is we in the past, before we stopped, before coronavirus, we were doing a Q&A for the Jack's Chrome Show for our YouTube on this show here, and we're still going to do that. Because a lot of the audience that is watching right now is probably on our YouTube channel. There's a bunch of you guys out there. So this is to all the people watching on YouTube, on the Jack's Chrome Shop YouTube. Shout out to you guys. And we will have a question and answer for you guys here very, very soon. So That'll be at the end of the show, probably in the last like 10 minutes. So make sure you stay tuned. And the last thing, we were talking about giveaways. I am currently wearing a Chrome Steer Radio shirt. I'm trying to get this in better view so you guys can see it. I have a Chrome Steer Radio shirt right here. These are the nice ones right here that have the Chrome Steer Radio logo on the side. And there's also, let me see if I can. It's hard to do that in this little space. But these Chrome Steer Radio shirts are right now, they're up on the website, the Chrome Steer Radio website. They are, I believe, $20 in free shipping. But we just got a whole new set of them in all sizes, small all the way through, I think 3 or 4X. So go grab them now. It helps support the Chrome Steer Radio network here. And also that helps us out because we were going to use these shirts. We were going to sell them at Matt's, which obviously got canceled here. So we would love to get rid of them, and we'll be doing some giveaways for those throughout all of the Chrome Steer Radio programming. So, and in fact, today we're going to be doing a giveaway for one of these shirts. All you have to do is be active in the chat, either the Facebook or the YouTube. So if you're on Facebook and you're watching on Facebook Live right now, or if you're on the YouTube, obviously, please put a comment in there, and then we're going to select the winner by the end of the show, and you'll get a free t-shirt, and we'll ship it to you. So these are new. They're cool. They have the new logo on them, the Chrome Steer Radio logo, which you can probably see. I'm trying to figure out all the directions with the new overlay. That's our logo right there, and it's on the shirt. So as you guys can tell, this whole new setup right here below me is new. We just put this on for the new live stream. So this is our new setup, and it helps us with our sponsors. Obviously, well, I'm trying to get my stage directions right. This is sponsors right here, and social media. If you ever want to follow us, we are right here. Okay. So let's get into, before we get into the main meat and potatoes of the video, we talked about what we're going to talk about today, but let's get into our first sponsor, which is actually up on the screen right now. Other side, sorry. Davy Crockett TA. I'm trying to point to the right direction. Davy Crockett TA right there. They are on exit 36 on I-81 in Greenville, Tennessee, down there in Tennessee. Wish I was there right now. Davy Crockett TA has been a family-owned business since 1976, and they have a Dunkin', IHOP, and Papa John's there. So get all of your food needs while you're on I-81, exit 36 at Davy Crockett. Some other features that Davy Crockett has are, of course, they have a full maintenance facility that does tires, preventative maintenance, oil changes, engine diagnostics, roadside assistance, and, of course, lube service. So actually, let me pull up their website, and we can bring that up right there. Here we go. Here's their website. It is DavyCrockettTravelCenter.com. So if you guys want to go there and check out some more information, they do have, like I said, a full service maintenance booth. They have a whole bunch of food there, and they just opened up a 4-acre parking lot. So if you guys are looking for parking on I-81, that's where you need to go. They have a pet area also for all the people who have pets, a laundry room, and a cat scale there. So they support Chrome Steer Radio. They support our troops and truckers in general. So we're very, very, very lucky to have them as a sponsor. Thank you, Davy Crockett TA Travel Center, and make sure you visit them on I-81 in Greenville, Tennessee. Okay, so that is the first sponsor. Let's get into the first big topic, which is we're just going to update you guys on what's going on around our shop, around Chrome Steer Radio, and just some other stuff. So obviously COVID has been a thing now. Oh, you guys don't need to see all my streaming stuff. Sorry. I'm not used to changing the scenes. Maddie's normally who does it. Anyway, so what we've been up to during COVID, it's been a 3-month ordeal now, huh? So I think we're coming out of it. I'm not trying to say anything political here. I'm just hoping, this is wishful thinking, that hopefully we're coming out of this and soon we can put this all behind us. All right. Who is talking BS at me right now in the chat? Of course. Here we go. Robert's already in here. Yes, power lines are out also. Robert, they're all buried now, so thank God. And hello, Trisha Ross. Shout out to Maddie, Maddie's mom. Of course, she's watching. Okay, so updates during COVID. At the shop here, like I said, we made a new shop. We just redid it all, and we put in a whole bunch of new tools, new equipment. We're doing installs. We hired a new person here that does customer service. His name's Matt, so if you guys call the shop now, you'll talk to Matt. He's a really cool guy, and he knows, he's learning more about Chrome as he goes, but he knows some stuff about trucks already, so go talk to Matt if you want to talk to us about Chrome in general. The big updates for Chrome and Steer Radio are we are doing this live stream now on the website. So if you go to chromeandsteerradio.com, which is the Chrome and Steer Radio website, there is a tab in the menu up there that says live stream. I think it's the first tab up there. So go ahead and click on that, and that's how you can watch the Chrome and Steer Radio live stream 24/7. It's going to be up all the time. It's going to be essentially like a TV network or some kind of content network for you guys to watch on our website. You guys will find a lot of past episodes on there. I know that Hope and Jerry both have at least 30 episodes of their show. Bill has multiple, I would say a couple dozen performances that he's going to be putting up on Chrome and Steer Radio live stream. We have our show and also our YouTube show that will be up there also. So the Chrome and Steer Radio live stream is chromeandsteerradio.com. Let me make sure I'm getting this URL right. It is, chromeandsteerradio.com. Episodes on there. I know that Hope, there it is. It is chromeandsteerradio.com /WP stream /Chrome and Steel live stream. So, but if you just go to the Chrome and Steer Radio homepage, it is the first link in the menu. That will be going now, like I said, 24/7. So we're very excited about that. And we'll be seeing new content and some other stuff on there that should hopefully get your guys' attention. So go on over to chromeandsteerradio.com, and while you're there, check out the live stream and the shop. Speaking of the shop, new in the Chrome and Steer Radio shop, of course, we have our Chrome and Steer Radio shirts like the ones I'm wearing right now. Miss Hope Zavara just had some really cool custom-made mud flaps done. Let me get this up here, and I can show you. Get onto the web page, and there's the live stream right there. I'm trying to show you guys. And if we go to the shop, you will find some of the coolest things ever. You will find posters that are up there. You've got Bill Weaver's shirts, the new Chrome and Steer Radio shirts, Bill's album, his first album and his second album. I believe his third album is the next thing we need to put up there. Mother Trucker Yoga mud flap weights, which is what we were talking about just a couple seconds ago, are up here now. These are free shipping, but they are custom made. Mother Trucker Yoga, you can see her logo. Miss Hope Zavara's logo is inlaid in there. And they are very, very, very cool. Custom made, one of a kind of deal, and they have a limited supply of them. So grab them on the website if you want to help support her brand. We love Mother Trucker Yoga, obviously, here. So that's there. And also, Hope put her Stiff Mother Trucker pain relief cream up here too, which I personally have used, and it is amazing, and a big fan of that. So all that's up on the shop. Go to the shop on chromeandsteerradio.com. Okay, let's go on to our second sponsor and then right into the COVID's impact on trucking. We did add a new sponsor. I'm sorry, guys. This is a whole bunch of just house cleaning we have to do before we get to the real meat and potatoes of the show, but it is what it is. So the next sponsor that we're going to add here is rightload.com, and we are very, very appreciative of Rightload. Mr. Matt, I'm sure many of you know Mr. Matt Kane. Excellent guy, and all I've heard is great things about him. I don't know him as well as I should, but Matt is an awesome person, and he looks like he's really sticking up for truckers and what is really important to truckers, which is, getting loads that are deserving when it comes to pay, and not having brokers or other people's hands in freight. You know what I mean? So rightload.com is his website. Rightload in general is what you need to know. It is a load board based around the driver once again, and they are fantastic. There's no broker fees, no brokers, no trucks, no surprises. So basically they're in the business of making sure you get the optimal load at the rates that you want. So you, the driver, choose your loads and terms. There's no middleman there. And all the shippers and carriers on the platform are pre-vetted and pre-qualified. So you guys know that you're going to get your loads exactly how they say on the website. So there's no hidden fees. It's $27 for any load that you pick up there, regardless of what it is. And they're adding new loads every single day. Matt is doing an awesome job just adding more and more stuff and more loads to the website. Go to rightload.com. And they also have a Rightload app for Android and also for Apple phones. So thank you so much to them. And if you want to look at their website, I have it up here too. It's Join the Movement, and make sure you go to rightload.com and check out all of their stuff on here. It has all the information about their app and about their service. So thank you to them. All right. Let us move on to the important topic of the day, or what do I think is important topic of the day? So the COVID's impact on trucking, So, I have to be pretty politically correct about this, because my goal here is not to make anyone angry, or to be political in any way. So we're just going to talk about some strict facts, and we're just going to talk about the general idea of COVID and trucking. So, No offense is meant by anybody or political comment. I just want to say that up front, just because I know that it's a very politically charged time right now, and I don't want it to be like that. So, in general, I've heard a lot of things. We talk to a lot of customers around here, obviously, at the shop when it comes to customers and friends of the shop and just a lot of stuff. So, some people have told me that they are busier than ever during this COVID season. I have a couple friends who are just absolutely filled to the gills with loads and cannot get a break, which, that's great for them. And I love to hear that. And then there's a lot of people that I've heard that are stopped or just not running. My dad is a driver, and they got furloughed, I believe, for at least a month before they brought him back. And he runs local loads regional loads for a big manufacturing facility here in Indiana. So they shut him down for quite a while. But like I said, there's other drivers who are just busier than snot. I know some people over in Ohio that are very, very, very busy and can't get a break. So there's been mixed reviews when it comes to the workloads in COVID, and I know there's a lot to deal there with the pricing of loads and a lot of the freight that's going around. So just keep that in mind. I'm not entirely sure what the general consensus is. It could be just anecdotal that there's a couple people that are super busy and maybe everyone's laid off. I don't know. I have no idea. But from what I've heard, it's a good mix of the two. It'd be really bad if everyone was laid off all at the same time. One of the big things that obviously COVID has been impacting a lot that, the social media sphere has been talking about a lot is driver safety and making sure that loads are getting to the right places safely. I don't have any feelings on how to protect yourself or anything like that when it comes to what's the best option. Personally, we live in a conservative state here where concealed carry is legal, and I personally think that everyone should concealed carry. But right now, especially for truckers, it is a tumultuous and interesting time. You guys are obviously with the public and or out in the public quite a bit, especially those who are driving in the inner cities. So just be careful. And I know that a lot of people have either changed their way of driving or will not go to certain places because of what's going on, not only because of the COVID, but also because of some other events that are happening right now in major cities. So just be careful with that kind of stuff. And also, you have to have your PPE. Some people are really behind that. I don't actually, what does PPE stand for, Maddie? Oh, she's got her headphones on. I'm not sure exactly what PPE stands for. I'm pretty sure it's like protection, personal protection, whatever. If you have your mask, personally, I don't like them. I have a cloth one though. It's obviously an inconvenience, but it is what it is. I know that truckers touch a lot of different items, especially when you guys are going in and out for food breaks or whatever. So just be careful. Obviously, I'm not saying that it's going to kill anyone. I'm not saying it's not going to. Just be careful in general. It's better to be safe than sorry in most cases, but for sure. We appreciate all the truckers that are out there risking their lives, absolutely for our safety and for our good. You guys are the ones who deliver all of the food and all of the supplies that we need in order to fight this COVID. So we appreciate you risking your lives, and just be safe. Driver meals and lodging obviously has been kind of disrupted because and I've been seeing a whole bunch of stuff on social media, especially when this began, of a lot of restaurants really making it difficult for drivers to get food. People couldn't go through drive-throughs, or truckers couldn't come into the restaurant, obviously, because it was closed. But I really hope, and I've seen some local companies around here in Lafayette, Indiana, that are taking the initiative and going after truckers and saying, here's a free meal. Here's, we want to feed you. We want to keep the supply line going. How can we assist? How can we do better? And how can we take care of these things? And so kudos to them. I know a big shout out to Redbird Cafe, which is a local cafe that we have here in Indiana, who is giving free meals to truckers. We've shared some of their stuff on Chrome and Steel Radio. But big shout out to Redbird Cafe. I know a couple other local companies or local cafes have been doing the same thing, running out meals to drivers and stuff like that. So very appreciative to them. And I hope you guys have been able to find food and find lodging out there because it's been so different. So it's a real shame that this whole coronavirus thing really kind of shot us in the foot for a while. And I'm just really glad to see that a lot of the truckers out there are taking a serious, approach to this and making sure we're getting our stuff. So thank you to you guys. I know this is really hard for you. But we really appreciate you guys. One of the biggest things that's impacted us as a Chrome shop, obviously I'm not a driver. My dad is, but I'm not a driver. One of the big things that has impacted our shop is the closure of truck shows or cancellation of truck shows. Obviously, Matt's got canceled, which is our big show of the year, our Super Bowl. And that was really unfortunate because we had some really big plans for the shop and also for Chroma Steel Radio going to Matt's. And it is what it is, you know. So we had to kind of reorganize stuff and make a different or come up with a different approach when it comes to getting our name out there and talking to our audience when it comes around that time. Some of those other shows that were around the early part of the year that got canceled were obviously 75 Chrome Shop was on there. Let's see, Mid-America, 75 Chrome Shop, Midwest Pride and Your Ride. I went to that last year and it was really good. Sad to see that show not happen. Let's see, ATHS, which is probably if not the biggest gatherings of classic trucks in the country, probably the biggest, was May 28th through the 30th, which got canceled. That was here in Springfield, Illinois, and that was a show that I was really looking forward to because Springfield's only about 2 or 3 hours away, and they always bring really cool old iron to ATHS. So that got canceled. Wheel Jam Truck Show got canceled. Texas Trucking Show got canceled. I know the first show back here recently was ATSC, or the AmCan Truck Fest, which was in Racine, Wisconsin, the 12th and 13th, which I heard was a great show. I wasn't able to go, but I'm glad that we're back into the swing of things and we're actually getting some truck shows on. So that's another thing. I know that a lot of people that are watching are part of the truck show community and really enjoy going to truck shows. Matt's and Gatz's are big two, obviously, that we see everybody at. And I'm hoping, I think they canceled Gatz already, so we may just have a defunct 2020 here and meet everybody back up in March of 2021 for the 50th Matt's. If you guys didn't know, next year is the 50th anniversary of Matt's, and it's going to be a huge one. So that's kind of the COVID's impact on trucking that I have seen. Once again, I am a Chrome shop owner. I do Chrome. We build trucks here. I don't drive. So I can't reflect or tell you guys what it's like to be out there. I can just only hear stories from my dad and from other drivers that we know here. But in general, we'd love to hear your comments on COVID, what happened with you guys. If you have any crazy stories, we'd love to hear them. And at some point, we may put together a video for you guys of some experiences throughout the coronavirus. So we appreciate everyone out there who's trucking along, still putting food on our table. We really appreciate you. You guys are awesome, and hopefully we'll be able to get through this and out of the woods here soon, and we won't have to deal with coronavirus anymore. So that is the big topic of the day: COVID impact on trucking. If you have thoughts about it, please let us know. And Robert Green just confirmed for me they did cancel GATS, so I guess we'll see you guys next year. But that's the big thing on COVID for trucking. We are getting back in the swing of things, so things are starting to wind back up. We'll be here every single week on Wednesday. But yeah, that's COVID. And let's do a quick shirt giveaway for those who are in the chat really quickly. What I'm going to do is I am going to put a random number generator up, and I will pick one, and then I'm going to message you guys after the show is over, because I think I have to with our program here. So I'm going to do that, and then as soon as the show is over, I will message you through the Chroma Steel Radio page, and I'll ship you your shirt today because we have them here. So there is a shirt giveaway. Make sure you put something in the comment section right now on Facebook. If you're watching, if you want to be part of the giveaway, or on YouTube, if you want to be part of the giveaway, we just need to make sure that you guys are there so that we can count you. So go ahead and do that right now, and we'll get you guys your shirt by the end of today. All right, shipped by the end of today. Okay, next big topic that we need to talk about is the Chroma Steel Radio live stream, which we are on right now. So let's see. I'm trying to get into the right page. This is going to yell at me, I think. Okay. All right, so I've got a couple people in the YouTube chat also. Let's see, the Blue Bandit, Nathaniel Lee, Lucas, Glenn, Xbox Clips, and let's see, a couple more people in here. All right, so I'm going to say, hey, guys. Sorry. All right, so make sure you say something in the chat if you want to be part of the giveaway. We're going to do it at the end of the show here, and I'll message you and let you guys know. The next thing, like I was saying, is Chrome and Steer Radio live stream. It's up on chromeandsteerradio.com. If you go to chromeandsteerradio.com and click on the live stream, you'll be able to see it. That's our new big thing for this year, and we're going to be keeping this live stream up 24/7 with past episodes of Jack's Chrome Show, our show here, Chrome Corner, and also Hope Show, Bill Show, and Jerry Show. So make sure if you guys are bored or if you're on the road, you can always tune into the Chrome and Steer Radio live stream and see some really, really cool content that's all about trucking, whatever your preference might be. So let's see what else is going to be on here. We are taking audience submissions for the 24/7 live stream. So if you're a video or content creator of some kind, meaning music, video, photo, we can do a collage, whatever it is. If you guys would like to submit content to be on the Chrome and Steer Radio live stream, feel free to do so. We will have submissions every week that we put up on the live stream, and on average we get between all of our platforms, all of our shows get probably between 1,000 to 2,000 views a week. So on YouTube and Facebook. So if you guys are looking to get more views on your content, please feel free to submit it to us, send it to Chrome and Steer Radio or to Jack's Chrome Shop, and we can put it in the live stream feed. So great. If you guys want to know, all of our new live episodes of Chrome and Steer Radio will be up on the YouTube the next week. So this show right now that we're doing right now will be up on YouTube on the Chrome and Steer Radio YouTube live stream next week. So we're trying to keep everything updated and make sure we have all these together because we have so many now. We have like 200 episodes of Chrome and Steer Radio stuff. If you guys want to check out the audio version of this, because I know that a lot of you guys don't like watching stuff on your phone while you drive because that's illegal and stuff. But if you want to listen to the audio version of it, the Chrome and Steer Radio has a Spotify and Apple podcast platform. So if you guys use Spotify or Apple Podcasts or any other kind of podcast platform, we can get right to you guys because we have our audio format up there. All of our stuff is held together on Spotify and Apple. That's most of the people who listen. So go check us out, Chrome and Steer Radio. Awesome. So that's the live stream. And the live stream is really cool. If you guys are watching on the website right now, because we're going to be doing some special giveaways and special content for those of you who watch on the website. We're trying to drive more people to our website and get more traffic there because that's what you do in 2020 now. So that is the live stream. We appreciate you guys watching and all the new information on that. We're going to talk about the updated truck show schedule, and I'm going to get that up here really quickly so you guys can see it. It is right here. Okay, so this is 10-4 Magazine's schedule for all the truck shows, and I'm going to go through these, and we'll see what we can find on here, if we can find some good shows that we need to talk about. But before we do that, I'd like to talk about our last sponsor of the day. I think it's the last one. Yeah, it's the last sponsor of the day, and that is our good friends over there at Jack's Chrome Shop, a.k.a. me and Maddie. So Jack's Chrome Shop, we're here in Indiana, Lafayette, Indiana. We are a family-owned and operated business. Both my mom and my dad and my sister work here, and they help us out here. They're all part-time. And we've grown this from a small operation here to a pretty good sizable one here in about 3 years that we've owned it. And we're just very proud to be a family-owned business here, still in America, because we think that's important. So, we have a bunch of chrome parts in stock. I just ordered a whole bunch of new chrome for our store. We have thousands of in-stock chrome parts for Peterbilt, Kenworth, Freightliner, Mack, International, and Volvo trucks. I just added 5 new vendors. 5 new vendors. That's right. I've got Steering Creations now. I have FiberTech fenders now. I've got Valley Chrome bumpers, which is in California. They do chrome steel bumpers. I have Real Wheels, which is a stainless steel manufacturer up in Wisconsin. And also, I have Lifetime Nut Covers. That's the last one, which is in Iowa. So our focus here at Jack's Chrome Shop is to bring you American-made products or quality-made products here in North America that are going to last a long time. And obviously, with everything that's going on right now, we're trying to focus on American-made, quality, good stuff. So go to jackschromeshop.com if you would. We're having our July sale here, our Freedom Sale here coming in July, which is 10% off 7 and 8 inch stacks. That's huge. That's huge off a $4,000 kit. That could be $300 or $400 for you. 10% off bumpers in July. 10% off new steering wheels from SCI in July. 10% off all visors in July, and 10% off all dash kits in July. So if you guys want to grab something, July is the good time. And the special part about July is July 4th and July 5th, so Independence Day, and that Sunday afterwards, all of our sales on the website will be doubled. So you heard that right. There will be 20% off and free shipping on 7 and 8 inch stacks. So if you guys know somebody who wants stacks, they should order them on the 4th and 5th of July because they'll be 20% off. Same thing with bumpers, 20% off on July 4th and 5th. Steering wheels, visors, dash kits, all 20% off, 4th and 5th. That's it. The rest of the month, they are 10% off. Anyway, that's enough about that. Go to jackschromeshop.com, check out what we have, and get your credit cards ready for July because that's when the savings all going to come. So, all right, thanks for listening to that sponsor segment. Let's do some real quick wrap-up stuff with the truck show schedule, and then I'll let you guys go, and we will see you next week. So, okay, truck show schedule. We talked about all the rest of these before. We talked about Wheel Jam. We talked about the Texas Trucking Show, ATSC, and AmCan Truck Fest. Let's see. Okay, sorry, I'm looking through the comments on YouTube. Hey guys, I'm saying hello to everybody on YouTube. I know there's a lot of you out there. Hey guys. Where were we? Okay. Truck shows. The Ohio Vintage Truck Jamboree. I've never been to this one. It's in Ashland, but that was canceled. The Southern Idaho Truck Show. Once again, never been to that one. Still looks like that is still going on. So if you're in Idaho, looks like there will be a truck show June 26th to the 27th, which is this weekend. So if you guys are in Idaho or in the surrounding area, please go to the Southern Idaho Truck Show. That's the first one that's going to be around you guys. Walcott Jamboree, Truckers Jamboree. Obviously the big one at the big house there in Iowa 80 in Walcott, Iowa. They're not doing it this year. I think they're doing it in a totally online show. So that's a bummer because obviously the Iowa 80 Jamboree is one of the biggest truck shows of the year. And I love going to the Iowa 80 Jamboree because there's so much just good iron there. I-80 always brings the heat, and there's always some really good stuff there and enough trucks that there's a wide variety of styles, wide variety of drivers in general. So it's really sad that it's going to an online show only. Obviously, the trucks will be there. I don't know what the attendance will be. It may be it may be low. That's the last that I heard of the I-80 show. This says it's canceled, but I'm almost positive that they're having a some kind of online show. So I'll have to check on that and get back with you guys. The Great Lakes Big Rig Challenge looks like it is postponed to something. I went to this show last year, and it was a riot. Honestly, it rained the whole time, and it was cold as all get out, and it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. But the actual event itself was a bunch of fun. They basically drag race trucks on a hill track essentially while they're loaded. So it's a pretty crazy event. You'll see some really high horsepower trucks there, 2,000-3,000 compound turbo trucks there that are hauling, I think it's 120 or 140,000 pounds on some road trains. And it's all about drag racing trucks basically, and it's pretty cool. They do burnouts there. But whenever this is canceled or rescheduled to, the Great Lakes Big Rig Challenge is something that I am definitely going to be looking for. It's about a 7-hour drive. 7-hour drive up to Onaway, Michigan. But at the same time, it's, I think it's worth it if you want to get away for a little while. All right, so let's get back to this. Okay, so what's the next show that we're looking at here? Come on. It helps when you're used to your setup and you're not fiddling around for stuff. Okay. ATSC Bells and Whistles Showdown, which is normally in OKC, Oklahoma City. I went to this show last year also. It was very hot. But a lot of good trucks showed up there. This one is sponsored by Dynaflex, and I think they canceled every show except their Wisconsin show. That could be wrong. But this one is definitely canceled. The Gulf Coast Big Rig Truck Show, haven't been to this one, but it's in Biloxi, Mississippi. And I've heard great things about this. There's a lot of really good iron that goes down, a lot of good builders that bring stuff down there. But it is canceled again this year. The last show of July that I think we still have on is the Top Gun Large Car Shootout, which is in Rantoul, Illinois. That's about an hour and a half away from us here. And assuming that nothing ridiculous happens between now and the 24th, which is exactly a month away, of July, we should be able to go to the Rantoul Large Car Shootout and not have a problem. This show always has 200, 300 trucks or so, and all really, really nice stuff. Fleener Bros always shows up there. Davis Bros always shows up there. You've got some other builders around the area and a lot of vendors from around the Midwest who come by and have some really cool iron there. So if you guys want to go to a really cool show and you only want to go to maybe one or two for the rest of this year and you're in the Midwest, go to the Top Gun Large Car Shootout. I highly recommend it. It's a show that we try to go to every year. So Great Salt Lake Truck Show. Never been, canceled. Don't have much else to say about that. The ATSC show, Dynaflex Shootout in Kansas, Missouri, looks like it's still on. So if you guys are into big trucks from Kansas, Missouri, go ahead and check that out. It's going to be a hot one, I'm sure. It's August 14th and 15th in Kansas City, Missouri. I went to this one last year also. And no, I didn't go to the Kansas City one. I went to the OKC one. But it's going to be hot. And it's at the Arrowhead Stadium there. I think that's the Chiefs Stadium in Kansas City. ATSC always puts on some pretty big shows, so with some really cool iron. And if you're in that area of Missouri, might as well. Eau Claire, I've never heard of this one. So it's still going on that same weekend as ATSC. If you're up north in Wisconsin, definitely check that out. Brooks is in Brooks, Oregon. I've never been to this show, but it's a really, really cool show. I've seen a lot of content from it. So if you're in Oregon or over there on the West Coast, there was a show, JK. There was a show on August 21st to the 22nd, but it has been canceled. So maybe in 2021, you guys can go to a cool truck show up there in Brooks, Oregon. GAT's been canceled. We confirmed that earlier with Robert Green. Sorry to hear that. GAT's is always a great show. It's a really big industry show. For those who haven't been, less about the trucks, more about the industry. But it's sad to see that one. It got canceled early too. So not sure about that decision. We've had 2 months here where we could have maybe put that together, but it is what it is. So Central Valley Commercial Truck Show, Fresno, California, West Coasters. Check that out. 5th and the 6th. Looks like it's still good to go. No Coast Large Car Show. Heard a lot about this. 5th and 6th, 2020 Hancock Fairgrounds in Iowa. Never been to the show either, but it looks like it's still going on, and it's probably going to be one of the last shows or a couple of the last shows in 2020 that we can get to. So Britt, Iowa, No Coast Large Cars Truck Show. I know that's a group, No Coast Large Cars. I don't know much about them, but the truck show looks pretty cool. So Big Iron Classic in Casson, Minnesota. There's just a lot of old iron there. Looks like it's still going on. I would definitely suggest it. I've seen a lot of pictures and photos from what they bring up there. In general, up in Wisconsin and Minnesota, they bring some heat when it comes to trucks. So wouldn't be surprised to see some really cool stuff again this year in September 11th and 12th. We talked about the ATHS National Convention earlier. That was supposed to be in Springfield earlier this year. The Southern California ATHS Antique Truck Show is September 12th at the Southern California Railway Museum in Paris, California. It looks like that is still on if you want to get your ATHS fix, I guess, for the year. Let's see. And Busted Knuckle Truck Show. We'll finish these up pretty quickly. Busted Knuckle Truck Show is over there in Tonkawa at Wilkins Truck Supply. The people over there in Wilkins are some really cool people. So check out the show in Tonkawa, September 18th and 19th. Looks like those are still going on. Everything past this looks like it should be good to go. Everything else before earlier in the year was pretty much canceled. Busted Knuckle, definitely a go-to. Richard Crane Memorial is up on St. Ignace, Michigan, all the way at the top of the mitten. Didn't go to this show last year, but I've heard it's really cool. If you don't like bridges, probably don't go. Guilty by Association. This is if there was a trifecta of big shows, it would be GATS, MATS, and GBATS. Guilty by Association Truck Show. As far as I know, I haven't heard anything recently even discussing GBATS, but from my knowledge, and from what the schedule says, it's still going on. And I know they took an off year last year. They're doing it every other year now. So this one in 2020 may be the big show to go to. GATS is obviously canceled, which would have been the next big one. And then MATS was canceled earlier this year. So if you want to see a big truck show with, I would say, at least 500 trucks, 600 trucks, a lot of those, would be custom builds or highly customized trucks. GBATS and Joplin, can't say enough good things about 4 States. I don't have anything bad to say about them. Brian's always been a really nice guy, and they have some really good truck parts. And cool truck show. So September 24th and 26th, if you had one truck show to go to and you could go anywhere in the U.S. and see some badass trucks, it would definitely have to be the GBATS show. So Shout out to them. The guys at 4States, they do a great job, and they do a great job on their truck show also. So the 40th annual Truckin' for Kids show. This is still saying it's to be announced, which is probably smart. I think this is the AT, and this is not ATSC, I don't think. But this is the one that's in Ventura, I'm pretty sure, a couple of years ago. I'd have to check on that, but it looks like they still haven't announced when the official date is going to be. This is their 40th, and it is a big truck show when it comes to just the numbers, and obviously they've been around for 40 years. So it's a great organization. I think they donate almost all of the revenue, if not all of the proceeds that they get from the truck show to kids organizations. So definitely a great cause, and also some really cool iron shows up at that show. So call Frank if you'd like to get into that, if you have a truck, or we'll find out some more information before October when that's happening. So California Trucking Show not happening obviously, and then the Large Car Mag Southern Classic Truck Show. It looks like it's going to be the same place it was last year. I have a certain partialness to Lexington, Virginia, or Virginia in general. I have family who live in Lexington, and I just love that part of the country. I went to the show last year for the first time and had a great time. There was plenty of really nice and rare iron down there to begin with. A lot of good friends that were down there also, and it is going to be in the Lehigh Travel Plaza, just like it was last year in Lexington, Virginia. If you guys want to see some really cool mountains, get some really cool scenery, and see some really cool trucks, that's the last show of the year, it looks like, to get it in. So I will probably make an effort to go to this show, even though it's 10 hours away, just because I love Virginia that much and because it's that cool. So that right there is the rundown of our very exciting truck show for the rest of the year. Sorry, just checking some stuff. Let me get on the right screen. Hello to everybody in the chat. Thank you guys so much for watching on the YouTube. I didn't expect this many people to come in. I've got you all cataloged here, and I will definitely make sure that whoever wins the shirt by the end of the stream gets it by today. And if you guys want to check out that calendar some more, it is on 10-4 magazine under events. So if you guys are planning to make any truck shows by the end of the year, this is a great resource. Let's wrap this bad boy up. If you guys have any questions that you would like to talk about for the people here at Jack's Chrome Show, we're coming up on 25,000 subscribers, like we said earlier. When we hit 25,000 subscribers, I think right now we're at 24,200. When we hit 25,000, we are going to be doing a $100 giveaway gift card to the Chrome Shop. You can use it on posters. You can use it on apparel, shirts, hats, decals, whatever you want, or you could use it for truck parts if you have a truck. So 25K subs here. We're probably going to be getting that, I would say, next week too, maybe. So get ready for that $100 gift card giveaway, and make sure you guys are staying active in the comment section, because that will be a contributing factor to who gets the gift card. If you guys have questions now for the Jack's Chrome Show, I've already seen some in the YouTube chat. If you have any questions for us about our videos of any kind, are you going to do this video? Is this coming up next? What do you think about this? Why did you say this in your video? Please ask us now. This is the Q&A section that we designed this for. So please ask us. Let me go through the YouTube chat really quickly, because I think we already had a couple. All right. When is the Convoy series coming? The Convoy series was dropped. What was that, like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? Yeah. So the Convoy video was dropped on Patreon, I believe on the 5th or 6th of June, and it's up on the YouTube right now. If you go on to our Nathaniel Lee, if you go on to our channel, Jack's Chrome Shop, you should be able to find Convoy, which is the second in the trucking history series on this channel. Hello from Rockford, Illinois. Hello, Glenn. Good to see you in here. Let's see. Will you be doing a video on Pierce fire trucks? We haven't thought about doing fire trucks that much. We've done some cab over and kind of, what do they call those? The axle back, whatever vehicles. They're not technically cab overs, I guess, if they're if they're fire trucks or trash trucks. I can't remember the exact term that they use. But we can. I think we have it on a list somewhere. Pierce fire trucks, I'm familiar with them, but I don't know enough to speak on that. But we're always looking for new content, and obviously we put out 2 videos a week right now at least, and we can always use more content. So a fire truck series may be coming in the works here soon. So, okay. Lucas says best meal was the NB scale on 25 out of Denver. Love it. All right. Let's see. Free stuff. Yes. Let's see. A bumper would be too big for a Hyundai Sonata. All right. Philip says, thanks for keeping it together, guys. Please come to Michigan. Keep on trucking, brother. I appreciate that, man. I'm really going to try to get to Michigan and the Great Lakes Big Rig Challenge. I really had a lot of fun, and I think Michigan is a beautiful state, especially with all the water there. And you guys just have a little bit of different aesthetic than Indiana does. We have a lot of corn and fields down here. It seems like you guys have more forest and just natural wildlife, which is what I prefer. So, history of Scania truck. I'm assuming you said or meant Scania. We do have a whole international series now that we're working on. We started with Volvo a couple weeks ago, and Maddie did a great job on that video, and we got some good response on that. So we wanted to kind of break into the international truck scene with that, and then kind of go from there. Volvo was first, obviously, because that's what most people know. Scania will be here very soon. We've got a couple other series that we want to get kicked off first. Before we get into some more international trucks, but we for sure will be doing some more content on those. I need to shoot some more stuff for Maddie for some videos on that. So if you guys have any more questions, please let them rip on YouTube or let them rip on the Facebook because I'm listening and watching right now. Please ask us about anything. That can also be Chroma Steer Radio questions too. If you have questions about our YouTube or if you have questions about Chroma Steer Radio, please let us know. Okay. Some other stuff that we're doing in Jack's Chrome shows that I can keep you guys updated. Some videos that are coming up here pretty soon are Trucks of War for the Gulf War and Desert Storm. I'm not sure if we're going to do 2 videos when it comes to the War on Terror. I don't know if we want to do an older video or what we want to combine. But there will be a video coming soon of the Trucks of War when it comes to Gulf War and the early 90s conflicts in the Middle East. So we will be doing trucks on those. It'll be getting closer and closer to what we have in the modern era now. And at some point, we will be venturing into military trucks and doing history on specific military vehicles. So why don't we have a Ford diesel pickup truck series? We prefer, well, I wouldn't say we prefer. We do some light truck stuff when it comes to some parts that we do here, but almost, I would say, a large majority of the content that we make here on Jack's Chrome Shop, like 98% of it is for semi trucks. Our Chrome Shop is almost exclusively for Class 8 semi trucks, and so Ford pickup trucks, it's not something that really interested me or interests us too much. And I'm also a Chevy guy, so I don't know if I would do that to begin with. But bow tie or die, man. We are going to be doing, like I said, Trucks of War, Gulf War, and Desert Storm, and History of Brockway Trucks, I believe, is coming out today in about 2 hours. So Maddie, I think, is working on that right now. I'm trying to check with her. But I think the Brockway truck video is going to be released today. So a lot of you, I know, I don't even know how many comments we've gotten on that, probably 30 or 40 people wanting Brockway trucks. And so that is finally coming out today. And then on Friday, we are doing Autocar, which has been another highly requested video. So if you guys want to see any kind of content or any kind of videos on here, please feel free to comment what you'd like. We have a going list already of what we want to do. But we can always add to that. There's always new content that we want to add. So, History of Autocar, like I said, coming out on Friday, and then a new series that we're going to tease right now is called Big Questions About Big Rigs. We'd like to answer some really interesting questions that we always had questions about, and we thought that maybe some more people out there would also have some questions. Some things we'll be talking about in the series Big Questions About Big Rigs are, for instance, why cabovers are no longer in style anymore in the United States of America. Obviously, there's a lot of regulations behind that, but we'd like to talk about how that happened. Obviously, in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, they were much more popular because of regulations when it came to length and weight. But now, since things are a little bit more opened up in regulation and stuff, when it comes to the truck, maybe not the loads, but the truck is more free when it comes to those. We'd like to talk about that in the video and why that is and how that happened and the history behind that. We've done 100 Years of Trucking, which kind of covered that and kind of covered some of the regulations, but didn't go deep enough that we thought it was finished. So we'll talk about that. We'll also talk about why cabovers are used almost exclusively in Europe and other countries like that, and we'll talk about their regulations compared to something more along the lines of America or another country that uses trucks with hoods. So those are two big topics that we want to talk about. We also want to talk about some future-looking subjects. We've been talking about Tesla and electric trucks here for probably 2 years since we started. And it's not because, listen, if Tesla trucks come in tomorrow, and I want to dispel this right now, if Tesla trucks start getting made tomorrow and start taking over the market, we go out of business, people. I don't want this to happen. So I don't know. I get all these comments on our YouTube videos about people saying, oh, why are you talking about electric trucks? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Listen, I don't want Tesla trucks, just like you don't want Tesla trucks, okay? I don't think they're real trucks, and I'm not saying that I don't like Tesla. I think it's an interesting company, and it may have some validity in the future, but you can't put chrome on those. So there's no reason for me to want electric trucks to come into the market. I'm just trying to be informative for you guys and set the record straight. So, but Tesla, if you want to hire us or be a sponsor, please give me $1 billion. I don't care. Anyway, so that's basically all I had for the show. That's the Q&A section. If you guys have more questions, please put them in the comments below, and we can talk about them on next week's episode on Wednesday. So, sorry guys about the big hiatus there. We were just really busy. I got to be honest with you guys. We were just really, really busy. We're getting the new shop ready. We just expanded our shipping area and our shipping shop so that we had more room. We doubled our space there, and put up a whole bunch of new parts up in stock. So we're ready to do some trucks this summer now that everything's getting opened back up. And now that the truck shows are all canceled, we've got work to do and preparations for 2021 and this winter. So if you guys are interested in doing anything with your truck, please let us know here at Jack's Chrome Shop. They're also a sponsor of this show and Chrome Steel Radio. So jackschromeshop.com. And if you use the promo code or the coupon code when you check out Chrome Corner, you get 10% off your order. So that's a pretty good deal for you guys, especially for the expensive stuff that's on our website right now. So anyway, Jack's Chrome Shop is our sponsor. Obviously, go check us out. Rightload.com. We talked about them earlier. They have a great app and a great program there. $27 for every load that you take. There's no broker, no fees, nothing like that. You are in control of your loads. And last but not least, Davy Crockett TA Travel Center. Family owned since 1976, and it is at exit 36 on I-81. So check them out. They've got food, they've got service, they've got a pet area, they've got laundry, they've got a scale. David Crockett's got it all. So that's the end of the show, guys. We don't really have anything else. I know it was a long one, and we're going to try to put some more content together for you guys in a similar format, probably a 45 or 50-minute show every Wednesday so we can get into some really good stuff. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you check out all of our social media stuff if you want to stay up to date. We post a lot on social media. Chrome Steel Radio does. It's all right here, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and our website, chromesteelradio.com, which has our now new 24/7 live stream. If you get bored on the road, check us out, and you can watch some Chrome Steel Radio stuff all the time. In the middle of the night, 3 a.m., whatever you're doing, you can watch us. So sponsors over here on the left side of the screen, social media, check us out, and we're going to go back to the regular scheduled programming here in a couple minutes. Thanks so much for watching.